Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Aqilah Nurbatrisyia, and today I will be presenting on the ethical issues in artificial intelligence, AI and digital transformation, supported by 3 research articles published in 2025. The 3 articles I am using are, the first one will be from the authors Min Yan, Kenneth Hastert and Brian Fath. The journal article titles will be Organizational Learning with Artificial Intelligence, about balancing new tensions between explorative and exploitative learning through hybridization. Next journal would be from the authors Hussam Al-Halbusi, Sorin Popa, Pedro Soto Acosta and Mohammed Al-Shalaqi, and the journal article was titled The Nexus of Managerial and Technical AI Knowledge, Disruptive Innovation and the Circular Economy. And the last article was written by Luca Tanji, Hyun-Doo Muller and Marie-Jean Jansen, and the article was titled AI Augmented Government Transformation, which covering organizational transformation and socio-technical implications. These 3 articles come from different contexts about organizational learning, innovation and sustainability, and government transformation, but all 3 identify the same core ethical issues regarding AI and digital transformation in organizational change. I will present 4 major ethical issues, and each point will be supported by all 3 articles. The first ethical issues is transparency and accountability problems. AI systems often produce decisions that humans cannot interpret, and this creates a major ethical concern because organizations may not be able to justify or explain how AI generated their decisions, especially when those decisions affect employees or citizens. According from authors Min Yan, Kenneth Hastert and Brian Fath from First Journal, in the article which is Organizational Learning with Artificial Intelligence, they introduce the transparency paradox, and they explain that AI generates highly effective outcomes, yet the underlying reasoning often remains opaque to human observers. This means the more advanced AI becomes, the harder it is for humans to understand, which reducing the accountability. Similarly, according to authors Hussam Al-Halbusi, Sorin Popa, Pedro Soto Acosta and Mohammed Al-Shalaqi, in the article The Nexus of Managerial and Technical AI Knowledge, about disruptive innovation and the circular economy, the authors highlight that the need for ethical governance, stating that AI system must be governed responsibly to ensure transparency and accountability in the decision making and the implementation of the decision. Because when decision making shifts to automated systems, leadership must ensure clear oversight. Furthermore, according to the third journal, where Luca Tanji, Hyun-Doo Muller and Marie-Jean Jansen, in the article AI Augmented Government Transformation, they warns that AI-induced opacity risks undermining accountability mechanisms in public organizations. Because in government, lack of transparency is especially dangerous because it affects public rights and trust. Second ethical issues is bias and fairness issues in AI decision making. AI systems, they learn from historical data. So, if the data contains bias, the AI will reproduce or amplify that bias, leading to discrimination or unfair outcomes. According to authors Min Yan, Kenneth Hastert and Brian Fath, which is from the First Journal, the authors state clearly that AI-based exploration can unintentionally reinforce existing bias embedded in data, and this shows how bias becomes automated. Similarly, from Second Journal, which is from Hussam Al-Halbusi, Sorin Popa, Pedro Soto Acosta and Mohammed Al-Shalaqi, the authors emphasize that AI implemented must consider ethics to avoid bias or unintended consequences. From this, they highlight that data quality and diversity are essential for fairness. Furthermore, according to Third Journal, which is authors Luca Tanji, Hyun-Doo Muller and Marie-Jean Jansen, the authors explain that algorithmic systems risk reproducing social bias unless it was monitored ethically. From this, we can take that it is critical in public administration, especially where biased decisions affect welfare, healthcare or citizen service. For the third ethical issues is human impact regarding job displacement, autonomy loss and identity threat. Because AI transformation change employees' roles, which reduce autonomy and creates fear of displacement, and this has been raising ethical concerns about dignity, motivation and job security. According to first article, which is from Yan, Hastert and Fath, they write that AI may reduce human autonomy, which challenging employees' sense of agency. This would impact employees' moral and identity. Furthermore, according to second journal article, which was written by Al-Halbusi, Popa, Soto Acosta and Al-Shalaqi, they explain that disruptive AI innovation often alters or replaces traditional roles, and this shows that employees face potential job displacement Moreover, from the third article, it was said by the authors Tanji, Mueller and Jansen, they highlight role identity issues. Regarding AI reframes employees' roles, creating uncertainty over competence and identity. And this shows how AI emotionally and psychologically impacts workers. For the last ethical issues is about privacy and data ethics concern. AI systems require massive data collection, which raises issues of privacy, consent, surveillance and data misuse. And according to authors Minyan, Kenneth Huston and Brian Fass, the article shows how AI-supported learning depends heavily on organizational data, creating concerns about data control and surveillance culture. Similarly, according to authors Hussam Al-Halbusi, Sorin Popa, Pedro Soto Acosta, and Mohammed Al-Shalaqi, in the Nexus of Managerial and Technical AI Knowledge, they mention directly that ethical challenges emerge with the extensive data needed for AI-driven innovation, and this acknowledges the privacy risk within digital transformation. Furthermore, according to authors Luca Tanji, Seun Duhom Mueller, and Marjin Jansen, in AI Augmented Government and Transformation, they state that the use of AI in government heightens concerns around data protection and ethical data management. This is especially serious when data involves public citizens. In conclusion, across all three articles by authors Minyan, Kenneth Huston and Brian Fass from First Journal, from the Second Journal by Hussam Al-Halbusi, Sorin Popa, Pedro Soto Acosta, and Mohammed Al-Shalaqi, and from the Third Journal, from authors Luca Tanji, Seun Duhom Mueller, and Marjin Jansen, the same ethical issues consistently appear, which is lack of transparency and accountability, bias and unfairness in AI decisions, human impact about job displacement, loss of autonomy and identity threat, and privacy and data ethics concern. These ethical challenges show that AI and digital transformation is not only technological, it is organizational, human, and deeply ethical. Organizations must adopt strong governance, transparency, ethical leadership, and participation when integrating AI into their systems. That is all from me. Thank you for listening.